for the Switch. It's discounted 15% for $12.74 until February 11th. Eric, can you just do the rest of the news stories, dude? That way
Yes.
I can take care of business here.
All right. But the next article is also from RPG. Turn-based RPG People of Note is coming to the Switch too, and this is an article for voice cast people, but that's the real news here. It's coming to this platform, but it doesn't say when it's coming out, just that it's coming out this year. But that's it for that. So the next article is uh 2D action RPG Under the Island launches on February 17th for PS5, Xbox Series, PS4, Switch, and PC. And it's kind of got Zelda vibe, but you're playing as a character who is a girl who fights with the hockey stick.
Oh, that's cool. Freak Five, can you give me confirmation? Can you hear me in the Twitch chat? Having some issues today. All right, buddy. Anything else on that one?
Nope.
All right, next
But
story.
next story is Borderlands 4 for Switch 2 has been indefinitely delayed.
Oh fuck. You
Because
mean? Uh,
when it's kind of hard to put a game to a platform like the Switch 2 when your PC and PS5 and Xbox versions of your game all run like ass already. Getting it that ass unoptimized piece of shit to work on the Switch 2 is probably a challenge.
yeah.
Which tells me that they shouldn't have launched the game when they did. Probably need another year.
Ugh. I don't understand, man. Like if you're not developing specifically for the Switch 2, take your time. Fuck, man. Like I mean, it's not that hard of
But
a
it's not
decision.
just the Switch 2. It's not just the Switch 2 version, no. The PS5, PC, and Xbox versions all play like shit.
Well, I mean, then they all play like shit. I mean, just take your time and make it better. I mean, fuck,
Yeah, that's
man.
why I said they shouldn't have released it when they
Yeah. All right, next story, Eric.
did. Next story is Paranormal Site: The Mermaid's Curse, which is the next Paranormal Site game. It's coming to February 19th. I can't believe they just stealth announced this game. It's coming out in a few weeks.
I know. I know.
But it's a sequel to Paranormal Site, and that game has a subtitle. I forget what it's called. But
Mermaid's Curse.
no, the first one was. I think it
Oh,
was the Seven Mysteries of Honda. Was what the subtitle
got you.
was. But it's coming to iOS, Android, Switch, and PC via Steam. And the original game on Switch is currently only $5 on the eShop. So if you want to check it out, it's really cheap.
All right. Next story, Eric.
Next story is uh, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth has been dated for Switch 2 and the Xbox Series X and S. It's coming out June 3rd, and it'll also be launching with the streamlined progression. It's basically just a bunch of cheats to make the game stupid easy, which is wonderful for me because I couldn't get the platinum on the PS5 because the arena challenges that you have to do for the hardcore challenges are ridiculously difficult. So having those available might make me be able to get the platinum a lot simpler because I don't want to fucking take the time to get good at that because it's too hard.
Yeah. All right. Next
I'll
story.
probably just turn on the kill everything with 99 damage, 9,999 damage attacks
Yeah.
just to
Uh,
get through that crap.
if you're just joining, we're speed running through the news stories here because I'm having some computer issues. Good. Next story.
Also because it's stupid huge. Much like remake, the game is a key card on the Switch too, but it does come with like goodies to kind of make up for it, like another magic card.
I guess. All right. Next story, Eric.
Next story: Digimon Time Stranger is coming to Switch and Switch Two. The Switch Two version is a key card, but you could buy the Switch version and then get the get the free upgrade for the Switch Two edition.
That's the that's the way to do it, man.
Also, it's launching alongside the ability. They're finally adding performance mode to the game, and PS5 and Xbox versions will be getting up the same day when it launches.
Cool. All right. Next story, Eric.
Next story is Tales of Arise Beyond the Dawn edition for Switch 2, which is also a key card, which sucks because you can't just get a Switch version and upgrade it later for free.
Hmm.
I don't know why they did it like that, but it's annoying that the game's it says it's targeting 60 FPS during cutscenes, but field exploration battles and skits will target 30 FPS, which is kind of like them playing conservative, just like they did with Digimon Time Stranger. But that was a different development team. But like it seems to be the case for a lot of Banco releases. Like they just want to push a game out and maybe do a performance mode later. Because like dock mode should at least be able to run close to 60 or at least a 40 FPS mode like Cyberpunk. But whatever.
Yeah. All right. Next story, Eric.
But next story is Grand Blue Fantasy Relink Endless Ragnarok, which is just an expansion of the original game. It's not a new game entirely. But since it's hitting Switch 2, it's going to be a complete package deal. And there, since there is new content, you have to pay for it. But if you just want the upgrade kit from the PS4 and 5 version, it's going to cost you $30.
Yeah. All right. Is that it, Eric?
Oh, NPC, I guess. But uh, there's some pre-order bonus stuff, but that's it. Yeah. But the next article is Dosa Diva's One Last Meal launches on April 14th for Switch 2, PS5, Xbox Series, Switch, and Steam. Whatever the Switch 2 upgrade at some point or some kind of patch that makes it run better. But this game looks kind of neat. But it's launching at $20, so it won't break the bank if you buy it. But that's really it for the article. So moving on, Dread Delusion.
Oh,
What?
which one? Oh, Dread. Did you already do the Dosa Divas?
Yeah,
All right.
you
Damn
didn't
that.
catch me.
I missed it, Eric. But it looks good, Eric. And it's got a
I'm too
different.
fast.
What's that?
Either I'm too fast or your shit's going crazy.
No, it's okay now. I got things good to go, Eric.
Retro 3D open world RPG Dread Delusions coming to PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch 2 2026 spring. This is basically a Kingsfield like. And the next RPG from the developer called Entropy is also set to release in the same year for PC and probably similarly beginning a console version at some point in 2027. But oh, it says PlayStation, so that means PlayStation 4 and 5. Okay, so that's really it for that article. Another Eden Begins, which is basically the offline version of Another Eden. And this was originally a free-to-play mobile game that was available on both PC and mobile devices. But this is the offline version with all the content and all the microtransaction shit removed.
Yeah.
But
Go ahead.
it's noted for having a script by Masato Kato, who's the writer for Chrono Trigger. And the fact that there's a frog character in the game really speaks to that.
That's really cool, man. I mean, now I'm interested.
I think Another Eden did have a Chrono Cross crossover at some point, too.
Take a quick look at this game. Sorry I can't put up the video for you, Freak 5, right now, but if you want to take a look at it, it's called Another Eden Begins, and it's looking pretty good, man. I mean, there's not a lot of gameplay stuff, but they did show a couple of quick animations of what the battles would look like and stuff. It looks cool. So very cool. All right, I think that's it for the news, right, Eric?
Yeah.
Okay. Breakman's gonna be a little late, just to let everybody know.
Mine's never late.
What's that?
When is he never late? When is he early? I mean,
Well, he's usually on time, man, but he's gonna be a little late today. It's no big deal. So let's move on to first. Is there any homie discounts? Do you have any homie discounts, Eric?
uh, yes. The PlayStation Plus free games for the month for the lowest tier, at least the lowest tier, are out now.
All right.
I forget what they were, but uh, I'm gonna say I didn't message you about this, so maybe I could pull it up real quick.
Oh, you mean yeah.
Um,
Go ahead, Eric. You mean the PlayStation freebies?
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, no, it's too deep. I'll have to put it up,
And
but we'll get back to it.
all right. Let's see. Where the hell? I can't even see the freebies on my thing here.
Here we go. Undisputed,
Oh yeah.
Subnautica Below Zero, and Ultros, and Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown.
Yeah, isn't that one of the last PS4 games they're going to be offering?
Yeah, I think they're nixing that in March,
Okay. All right.
or maybe a little bit later than that, but definitely March or May, one of those 2 months.
Yeah. And I mean
But
that
but
really
like but I think they're still gonna do PS4 games, but they're gonna be like cross gen only. They're not gonna be just PS4.
I got you. I got you. Cool. Found an article with a bunch of Japanese name and tell Break you saved it for him. You know what? We had one earlier. You know that Utawen Amaro game or however you pronounce it, Eric. I wanted him to read that, but it's whatever. It's a lot of fun to hear him struggle with those. All right, let's move on to
Inquiring minds want to know.
Inquiring Minds want to know what you've been playing, Eric.
I'm playing The Legend of Heroes Trails Beyond the Horizon. I finished it. A little bit of issue trying to beat the game because the game had crashing issues that were persistent, meaning that it happened at the exact same point in the cutscene that it was crashing in. And no matter what I did, I even tried deleting the game, reinstalling it, because I thought maybe like the broken files that were causing it to crash were fixed in the update, but they were somehow unsuccessfully purged when the update happened.
Yeah.
But that didn't work. Apparently, a workaround was to force myself to play in very easy mode, which was fine because there are no difficulty-based achievements beyond beating the game on Nightmare, and you usually save Nightmare for a second run anyways because you probably still need to clean up all the other achievements. So I'll probably just do that and skip all the cutscenes, so I don't have to worry about the game crashing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's only for the PS4 and 5 version, which is kind of disgusting when you think about when this game originally launched a year ago in 2024 in September in Japan, and only slightly over a year later that hasn't been resolved. Maybe something with the localization reintroduced that bug or something. I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
But another thing that was weird is that I know this isn't the case with the Windows, but I'm not sure what the case with Switch 2 or Switch versions are. But for whatever reason, the credits to the game weren't localized, so I couldn't tell who made the game during the credits sequence. And it might be due entirely to the fact that it might have been a video file I was playing, and they just didn't swap it out. But there was also no localization credits, which was really odd.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's buried in the title screen in the archive section, and that's what you have to do to look at the localization credits. But maybe that will get fixed in a patch, along with the crashing issues.
Yeah.
And a couple of typos that still persist in the game. There's another issue in the game that affects. It's another bug that Falcom never bothered to fix or whatever, but it's tied to your characters that can transform in a battle. Whenever you transform and then use an S-craft, the cooldown for the S-craft is broken and it just won't work until you revert and have retransform again. It's really weird.
Freak Five's been playing Crystal Project. What else you been playing, Eric?
But I started playing a little bit of another game I can't talk about.
Ah, okay.
I wanted to like check out a bit more of Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined because that came out, but I didn't have time today.
Yeah. I didn't get my copy yet, so I won't get mine. It says till the 13th, but like you said, it might show up tomorrow. I've been playing. I played a little bit of Octopath again. I'm just slowly slogging along in that game. I mean my ability to play video games has been drastically reduced over the past couple of months. I played a game called just started a game called Endling, which is pretty interesting. It's got a really nice art visual style. It's a game about a fox with 4 cubs. One of them gets taken, and the fox basically the mom fox has to teach her cubs at the same time, give them food, hunt for food and shit. It's pretty good. It's I don't know, it's a different type game. It's a little stressful though. I mean, I didn't think that game would be that stressful, but it is. And then and you have to get back to your den by the end of the night, and man, it's got time limits, which is not always the best thing in video games, I don't think. And then I played a little tiny bit of the TMNT collection, Eric. I played the fighting games that are on there, which, man, playing on without a fight stick, they're next to impossible to play with a regular controller. I have to get into the brawling games, but Freak 5 is exiled, you son of a bitch.
The third TMNT game for the Game Boy is funny to me because there's a typo right near the end of the game before you fight the final boss where Splinter tells you to get ready for Buttle instead of Battle.
Yeah, Buttle. Get ready for Buttle. Yeah. And that's about it. Let's move on to reviews.
RPGrinders reviews.
Eric, you got a bunch of reviews up on the feed, which are pretty interesting. You did one for Metroid 4. What else did you?
Prime 4, not Metroid 4.
Well, you know what I'm saying, Eric. When I say Metroid 4, what is it?
Metroid 4 is Fusion, by the way.
Whatever, Eric. It doesn't say Metroid 4 Fusion. It just says Metroid Fusion.
Actually, it does. If you watch the intro, it says Metroid 4.
Not on the packaging. Not on the packaging anywhere that I've ever seen. All right, Eric, let me correct the record. Metroid Prime 4. You got a review for that. What else?
I did a review for the Switch 2 edition of Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Son of a bitch, Freak 5.
What do you mean, son of a bitch?
No, Freak 5, son of a bitch.
Yeah. Anyways, the other review is for The Legend of Heroes Trails Beyond the Horizon. For the I covered the PS4 and 5 and Switch 2 versions of that game.
Yeah. Freak 5 says your arthritis probably. I have arthritis, but not in my fingers yet, thankfully, Freak 5. He says, I watched Crackoon earlier this week. It was so bad, but it was entertaining.
Is it about a raccoon that does crack, or is it about a raccoon that gets other people to do crack?
He does. The raccoon does crack, I'm assuming. It's kind of like Cocaine Bear, He said it was entertaining, though. I'm sure it was. That one looks actually kind of fun. Freak 5. Some of those other ones are ridiculous. Like they had a cocaine shark one or meth shark. I can't remember what it was.
Cocaine Sharknado.
Yeah, Cocaine Sharknado. Exactly. All right. So I have a review. I have a review of a movie called 1978. And this is an interesting movie. It's an Argentinian movie, so it's in Spanish with subs, obviously. And it revolves around a group of people that have kidnapped another group of people. So it's basically like, I don't know if it's a government entity that wants to find out who the communists are. Back in the day, Eric, when they had this big fear of communism and communists and stuff like that.
Well, it wasn't a fear so much as it was they don't want the public understanding what actual socialism was because then they'd want it.
Oh no, it was a fear of communism and communist, Eric.
Yeah, but that was due to the propaganda machine.
Yeah,
Was
but
what I
that's
was
but
trying to do.
yeah, but it's still it was a fear, and it was back in the day, back in the early, late 70s, early 80s. There was this big fear, but it was interesting to see um, the dichotomy of a foreign country going through pretty much the same thing that the United States was going through, but in a different light. And the real reason this is what the people that like back in the day in Argentina were thinking then. It was a cover up for a lot of the domestic violence that was going on. So there's this it's kind of a running narrative throughout out the movie, and it was, I don't know, it was a really well made movie, man. I mean, it was kind of scary, but it had this wicked twist. I mean, 45 minutes of the movie is just basically um, this first group of people that kidnapped this other group of people trying to find more communists by torture and all that stuff. Hey, what's up, Mossad? Nice to have you in here, man. This is our dorky show about
Oh yeah,
role playing
one
games,
thing
man.
I need to mention for homie discount, but there's a
Right,
free
right.
update.
You couldn't wait
There's
till
a
after
free
my
up
review, Eric.
new,
Go ahead. Go ahead,
but
Eric.
I didn't know you were done.
I'm
Sorry,
not
you're
done.
not done.
Go ahead.
Okay, keep. I'll wait until you're done then.
Okay, thank you. So, so it was an interesting movie that had a wicked twist. Like, so 45 minutes of the movie is just basically this group of people torturing other people to find other communists and whatnot. And I don't want to say what the twist is, but the last half an hour is pretty bonkers. Mossad says I prefer dorky over political. 100% Mossad. I don't like to get into. I mean, I have my own political views, but they're neither Democrat nor Republican. They're just my views. But anytime that you bring a political view to the forefront, people lose their fucking minds, man. Freak Five in the Twitch chat says, but one thing Krakoon had that Cocaine Bear didn't: boobs. One scene near the end that did nothing for the story and lasts longer than it needed to was just a woman taking a shower. Oh well, I don't think there's any problems with that as long as you get your
Okay.
money's worth. I mean that would be the worth of it, the price of admission. I would say Freak Five.
Well,
Um,
somebody on Twitter kind of described what most people why they freak out when politics are mentioned. They don't want to deal with it is because a lot of people there are just here for a party, and you're basically destroying their positive vibes. And they don't want to think about politics because they don't want to reckon with the fact that their world's full of shit
yeah,
and escapism is the only thing they want, and you destroying that illusion is the last thing they want. So they
yeah.
just go
Well, that's
insane.
true. That's tribalism at its best, Eric, and it happens with Democrats and Republicans. I'm not talking about the people, but the politicians themselves. But we can get into that some other time.
Or you can apply that to religious beliefs too.
Yeah, yeah. Mossad says because of politics, I watched the cheesy '80s movies, Chud. '80s movie Chud. I love that movie, Mossad. It is cheesy, but it's fun. And that's what make those movies cult classic. Is just the fun factor. I also watched Cocaine Roach a couple weeks ago. Freak Five says, "Wow, Cocaine Roach. Wow. Okay." But anyways, so the twist happens, and man, oh man, does it get batshit crazy. Last half an hour. It's a breezy hour and 20-minute movie. I recommend it. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Eric, I highly recommend
It's
people.
a modern film.
Yeah, yeah, it's a modern film, but it's called 1978, and it's an Argentinian movie. It is not dubbed, subtitled, but it's a really interesting movie. I don't know. I kind of like it. It's like I said, it gets batshit crazy. if you like horror movies, you'll like this movie. I mean, that's what I'm gonna say. Last half an hour is worth the price of admission, though, and I think it's worth the rental. You can only find it like certain places. Like I know Apple has it for $10. It's worth. I think it's a worthwhile purchase of $10. So if you have an extra $10, I would. I mean, and if you like horror movies, then it's a no-brainer. Buy it. You know, or rent it for $5. I mean, it's not something you're gonna watch over and over, but you might watch it every once in a while. It's a pretty decent movie. Tonight will be Bad Movie Night 138. Freak 5 says. Ooh, what are you watching tonight, Freak 5? I've been watching Alien Earth, and it's recommended if it's for an alien genre. Oh, well, Sod, Alien Earth is great, man. That's a good one, man. That's really good. I watched that whole thing, and they are coming out with season 2, by the way. So that's really cool. That was my review, and we'll ask Break if he has a review when he gets on in here. I know we're kind of breezing along here, but let's move on.
Places to be.
What's that?
We might as well do the show without Break at this point.
No. We always include Break. When he comes in, we'll let him do all his.
Well, didn't you say you had to get out of here in like 15 minutes?
No, I didn't say 15 minutes.
Oh,
Eric.
wait. You said 7 o'clock, but that's your time.
Yeah, my time, not your time, Eric. Trust me, I'll handle the show, Eric. You don't worry about the production.
Anyways, the homie discount I want to mention is that there's a free update for Hollow Knight that makes it current gen with PS5 and the Xbox and Switch 2 versions, all supporting 120 FPS. With,
shit! That would make
120 hertz mode as well as 4K resolution.
That's fantastic. That's really cool.
I don't think you can do 4K and 120, but you could do 1080 and 120 at least.
Huh? That'd be really cool.
You might be able to do checkerboard.
I don't think
40.
Yeah,
and 120 though.
I think for Hollow Knight it wouldn't matter too much. It looks pretty crisp in 1080p, Eric. I don't think 4K would do much different.
I don't think the Switch version was 1080p though. I think it was 720.
Yeah, most likely. I mean, whatever. All right, let's do everybody's favorite segment.
What is it?
Stinko of the Week.
Freak 5 says we need Break on the show. Without Break, there is no Harmy. Well, no, we don't need Break for that reason. We need Break for Break, not because of Harmy. All right. Eric, did you have a Stinko of the Week this week?
Yeah. You both have a stinko with the passing of Cleavon Little.
Yeah, let me. I'm gonna do it again, man, because it's so good. Cleavon Little passed away. For those who don't know who Cleavon Little, that was Lamont on Sanford and Son, and I started the show with this. I'll go ahead and play it again. Pour one out for Cleavon Little, man.
Also.
Also, you were gonna say, Eric?
There's a couple other deaths too that I want to mention. I forgot to add. Catherine O'Hara passed away.
Captain who?
Catherine O'Hara.
Oh, Catherine O'Hara. Yes, and if you don't know who Catherine O'Hara is, she was the Home Alone mom, Kevin McAllister's mom. On Home Alone, and she's been in a ton of other things. And who else, Eric?
And the Japanese voice actor for Majin Buu. Kozo Shioa as well.
All right. Yeah, man. They come in threes, Eric. They come in threes.
Well, they were separate enough that doesn't really count much. So it's like even if you wanted to make that argument, you couldn't because they were like 3 separate announcements on 3 separate days.
Religious Bites is in there. Bad Movie Night is Transylvania 65000. Silly show. Yeah, you know what? It's been years since I've seen that Religious Bites, but yeah, that's
Transylvania Six
silly.
Five Thousand was funny movie.
Yeah, it's funny. It's a pretty fun movie for sure. All right, any other stinkos, Eric?
Uh, Not that I can think of.
All right, Mossad, I'm gonna get a little political here because this is this is actually something concerning. I always talk about the First Amendment and stuff, whether it's on the main show here or whatever else. I'm a big First Amendment guy, but I do believe in the Constitution and I believe in the Second Amendment and all the amendments. Geek is in the house. What's up, Geek? That was Demond Wilson. Clemens Little was Blazing Saddles. No, Cleavon Little. Geek is his name. Um, Desmond Wilson. I gotta verify this. Hold on. Let me see, Geek. You
Well,
might be right. Hold on, Desmond.
well, that's what he pulled up, but you know, it's Google. It's AI probably got it
Yeah,
wrong.
you know what? The AI got it wrong. Holy fuck. Good correction, Geek. I stand corrected. You're 100, 100 percent correct.
So Desmond,
Demond Wilson. Demond
Demon.
Wilson is his name, not Cleavon Little. Yeah. Why? Oh man.
I gotta find out.
Oh.
I keep forgetting to turn that thing off. To turn the AI search off.
Yeah, it was an AI goof, man. But yes, Demond Wilson. Demond Wilson, however you pronounce it. But yeah, he was a really funny actor. He was mostly known for obviously Sanford and Son, but just a pretty good actor and by all accounts a good guy. So thanks for the correction. Yeah, Blazing Saddles Geek. Thank you very much. Well, I mean, according to AI, all black people look alike, man. It's like, but anyways, all Mel Brooks is good. I love Mel Brooks movies. Yeah, for sure. Okay. So my stinko has to do with something that happened, and most people are taking it out as a joke, and I didn't see it that way. So Trump said that like with the passing of with the murder of what's his name? Oh, man, my head is so filled with nonsense right now.
Mm.
Um, Alex Preddy in Minnesota. They asked Trump about it, and he said, "Well, nobody should have guns." And I'm like, I took a double take because I'm like, that's kind of the Second Amendment, dude. Like that was supposed to be our protection against a rogue government, and now you're saying that nobody should have a gun. I think he
Now, if he
should.
said nobody should just be able to get an AK without any questions, but he
Uh,
didn't say that.
well, that's not what the NRA has been telling us. That's not what the right has been telling us. And reminder, I'm not a Democrat, so this isn't a Democrat, just spewing, left wing talking points. But I just think it's dangerous. He wasn't joking. He wasn't, said it very, very matter of factly. And let's set the record straight. Just because the dude had a gun doesn't mean that he should have got killed. Okay, whether it was legal or illegal. And by the way, he had a concealed weapon license. So, what is it, Republicans? Is it we love the Second Amendment and we should fight for it tooth and nail, or nobody should have guns? Which is it? That's Damon and Ron Glass did an Odd Couple series. I remember that, Geek. Yes. Was he the black sheriff? Yes, Religious Bites. That was Cleavon Little. Man, how can I make that mistake, man? Thank you for correcting it, Geek 100. That was awesome. But yeah, so
We're tired.
I was slightly disappointed in that, to be honest with you all. And nobody's talking about it. You got a few quasi left leaning outlets talking a little bit about it, but man, that's not something to talk about. I don't think. I think I think the Constitution should be taken seriously all the way. But okay. Let's move on to happier thoughts. Let me get the sound clip here. Where the hell is it? Oh, there it is.
Dude, what does my tattoo say?
Sweet! Sweet of the week!
All right, Eric, do you have any sweetos this week?
Yeah, I kind of wish Breaker is here for this, but oh well.
He'll be here. He'll be here soon enough.
Dragon Ball is back, man. Like, it never really left, but it never really had a presence until the past 10 years. Only really a handful of releases for video games or like merch or whatever. But like, when it comes to Super, there were no developments. The manga had the final arc with the superhero arc that was an adaptation of the movie, and the anime hadn't really progressed beyond that aside from superhero, which is past the two previous arcs, which is the Moro arc and the Gunal arc. And during the Genki Dama Matsuri, they announced that they'd finally be doing the Galactic Patrol arc, which is the Moro arc, but they're calling it that for the sake of marketing, I guess, to not give away who the villain actually is too early. But anyways, before that's coming out in 2027, but until then, in fall 2026, this year, they're basically remaking Dragon Ball Super with each arc leading up to this new arc.
Speaking of Breakman, you wanted to talk to Breakman. Breakman, I see you in the basement there. You have your camera on. I don't know if you want it on before I put it up, buddy. Probably not. He's probably like, you want the camera on, Break? I mean, I don't care.
Anyways, they're starting with Dragon Ball Super Beerus, so that's the first arc, which is the Battle of Gods arc. And then they're definitely doing all the other ones in sequence, but they might get to the Galactic Patrol arc before they got the other ones, so they might be airing those concurrently for a while. Because who knows how long it's going to take to do each one of these arcs. And some people are complaining because like Dragon Ball can't move forward. It's like, are you an idiot? They just announced there's going to be an arc in 2027. Shut the fuck up, man.
Breakman's in the house, man. Breakman, you came just in time for Eric to talk about Dragon Ball, new Dragon Ball coming out.
Cool. Yeah, he sent me the links and stuff, so yeah, I've checked that out.
Yeah.
Also, there's a new video game called Age Project. It doesn't. It's a tentative name, but it's called Project Age 1000. And which is interesting to note because there was a game called Dragon Ball Line that was only released in Korea, I think, and it takes place in Age 1000, which is like about 200 years after the end of the Dragon Ball series timeline.
Huh.
Yeah. All right, Breakman, let me get you caught up on everything, okay? We did all the news, okay? Because I've been having some computer issues, which I know what the issue is, but let's see what else we do. The homie discounts, the new games for PlayStation were Ace Combat and a couple of other Undisputed and a couple of other ones. What have you been playing, Breakman, this week?
Okay, since we had a couple weeks off, I had some time to play some games, catch up, maybe finish some of these games I've been playing, like Final Fantasy Tactics or Dragon Quest III remake, Mortal Kombat, playing that too. At least I was, and I should have been maybe trying to finish those. No, sad I started playing new games this past.
Cool.
Weeks. I was watching the Fallout show, and I wanted to get back into the Wasteland. I missed the Wasteland. So I started playing the Fallout 76 finally.
Also, we didn't mention it in the news, but Fallout 4 is coming to Switch too.
Oh, that's good. I hope it runs.
Yeah, I know. Will it run is the question. Yeah.
It will run, but it will have tons of fucking glitches like normal.
Yeah.
You want to talk glitches? In just like the week and a half I've been playing Fallout, I've had some fun glitches.
That's to
Um,
be expected, man. I mean, come
I
Also,
know,
I
I
think
know.
I think they also announced Oblivion remaster is also coming, as well as one more that I can't quite
on.
remember.
I'm waiting for
Oh yeah,
Oblivion to get out of the
Indiana
box.
Jones, but that's more machine games and not Bethesda proper.
Yeah, I'm waiting for both of those games to.
And Indiana Jones is actually going to be on a cartridge,
Oh wow.
which is baffling since they did not do that for the Xbox and PlayStation 5 releases.
Wow. All right, break. Continue on, sir.
Okay, so I started playing Fallout 76, and like I said, I was gonna play it eventually. I was just waiting until they'd done
Fixed
a
it.
lot of fixes and all the DLC had came out for it and stuff like that. And yeah, it's a free game. It's still a lot of fun. I'm enjoying going back into the Wasteland. It's a very different experience from the last time I was in the Wasteland though, because there's more. I think where was it? Outside of Boston, I think is where that last game took place, or maybe it was Boston proper. But this one takes place in more of a rural area, so it's more like forests and small towns. There's no no skyscrapers or anything like that. Nothing big, you know. So
Yeah.
it's a bit different. Um, it's got a different leveling up system too, which is kind of weird. But I'm whatever with it so far. Still fun, but so you want to hear about some of the bugs I've had?
Yeah. Let's hear
Um,
it.
okay, so let me see here. Let's go for the worst one first. It crashes regularly,
No. Yeah.
seriously all the time. At least it's quick to get right back into the game, but it literally crashes like every time I play it.
It's only been out for like nearly a decade, and
Yeah.
they haven't fixed crashing.
Yeah. So it keeps crashing. Um, there's when you first start, you start in the vault and you go out into the wild. And one of the first towns you come to is like got some NPCs, and there's a shopkeeper and a quest giver. And this town, something weird keeps happening in this town. The other NPCs randomly die.
Yeah, I just walk over to them and they just randomly.
Have you encountered any flying glitches yet?
Hold on. I'm still talking about this glitch. So, um, yeah, like all the NPCs except for the quest giver and the shop owner die like suddenly, and then they'll respawn. And I'll come back to the time, and then it's out, and then they'll die again, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I can't find any link to any quest or any reason for this, so they just keep dying. Eric asked about floating things, so when I go into my camp and I build my items, I can either get them inside the ground or floating about a foot above the ground. Like the furniture and the tools to build and stuff like that. Yeah, so most of my stuff ends up floating above the ground. So when I go to use it, it'll take you out of the first person perspective and put you in like a side view of your character. So you see your character standing in the air, working on the table that's standing
That's
in the
funny.
air. So.
Religious Bite says, "Were you carrying a blood sword?" No. All right, what else, Break Man?
Okay, let's see. I talked about the NPCs. There's another one. I went into a field where I saw these cows, and in this world, the cows have two heads. I saw these cows. I saw like a baby cow. And
Do they have cow armor?
No, I don't think so. I went to the cow. I looked, and I looked at another one. And I'm just kind of turning around. I turned back around, and the damn cows were dead. Looking at them, they died. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
What happened is that you accidentally did the penance stare on the cows.
I messed
the cows have sins, apparently.
Must have. So, let's see here. And the other one that I've come across, my favorite one of all these bugs is, the first time I picked a lock, I got an achievement, and according to the achievement, it's for pick 5 locks. And there were a few other things I did where it said, do this 5 times, you get an achievement. I did it the first time and got the achievement.
You gotta love easy achievements like that.
I was like, what? Let's do it 5 times. I know I didn't do it 5 times. This is the first. I'm not going to complain. I'm taking this.
Oh, man. You know, you Breakman. Okay, I know you got more, but indulge me for just a second. All the times, the different times I played Skyrim, I never encountered one glitch, and I've been through that game at least 3 times. I
If you
almost
played
feel
the game on the PS3, it had a save leak or memory leak issue where the save file would continually get bigger, but the game would start like fucking up.
I almost feel like I've been cheated, Breakman, out of the Skyrim experience. It's like I never got any reverse flying dragons or none of that shit,
Yeah,
man.
I expect all this stuff from Bethesda games. So, like, if I played a game where there weren't glitches, I'd be really weirded out. Like,
I
they weren't
was
supposed
weirded
to
out,
do
man. Like and I did play through those games
If
three
you
times.
challenge Bethesda to make a game that's about the glitches, they'd probably accidentally make a game without.
Yeah. Anna from Canada is in the chat, in the YouTube chat. Hello, I'm here listening when cooking. My husband and my son play video games. I think Sega Genesis, specifically Sonic 2, was my favorite game. I was also happy to have a game console. 100%, Anna. I mean, I think my first, man, I'm older than dirt. My first console, I remember playing Pong, if you can believe that. And then, of course, I got the Atari, and then Nintendo later, way later. But
And it wasn't
yeah.
a video game, but you also remember playing Tic Tac Toe on the cave wall.
Fuck you, you son of a bitch. Freak Five says also next month, second season of Daredevil Reborn is coming, and Jessica Jones will be back for it. Break might like Crystal Project. It's made by a fan of the Final Fantasy series and the job systems from 3.5 and Tactics. They would also rather
That's 3 and 5.
they would also rather die than talk to Break.
So, they just brought up jobs, and the other game I've been playing is I turned on the Xbox the other day, I guess 2 days ago, and I was surprised to see that they'd added another game of the remasters. They'd added Final Fantasy 2. So I've been
Yeah, I
playing
talked
Final
about
Fantasy
this
2.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, yeah.
I was surprised. I know how much Frank hates that game, and I don't think there's anything they've done to it to make you not hate that game.
Which one? Final Fantasy 2?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh my
you
God,
you
dude, that
use,
game
you
is
can use the
fucking
experience
awful.
boosters to not worry about having to like beat yourself
Oh,
up.
Final Fantasy 2 sucks.
I mean, if you want the higher levels of like the weapons, and you're gonna have to beat each other up at some point. Because
I was gonna say, like, I've already started beating myself up. Like, we're just casting spells on each other while the goblins are sitting watching. Like, what the fuck are they doing?
Anna says, I do play Fortnite, though, sometimes. I'm not so terrible at it either. My hiding skills are great. Religious Bite says, I am so old, I loved my Commodore 64. I remember the Commodore 64, but I was too poor to get it, Religious Bites. I wait until end and hide. I win often. That's good, Anna. I mean, just fuck it. Just hide, I mean, hell. Let's see. I think we're caught up.
I've never played it, so you probably whoop my ass.
Yeah, well, she would whip my ass too. I'd never. I mean, like Fortnite, forget it, man. I mean, all right. What else you got? Break.
I mean, really, that's what I've been mostly playing. It's been Fallout.
The funniest thing about Final Fantasy 2 is the final boss could be cheesed with the blood sword.
All right. So
say what with the blood sword?
Yeah, if you whack the final boss with the blood sword, it does max damage.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Yeah. My hubby plays video games. There was a scary game where you have to whisper. I think I played that game, Anna. I don't know, but for some reason, which console, Anna? Because I think that might have been a Switch game.
Into a microphone?
Yeah, I think it was a Switch game where you had to whisper, and I can't remember what it was. Okay. Do you have any reviews, Breakman?
Let me see. What did I? Oh, there was a show that came out on Amazon Prime, a video game show back on 24, so it's not that old. It's kind of re-envisioning of various games. Each cartoon's about, let's say, a half hour tops, and that includes credits. Most of them are like about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. But it's a wide selection of games. They've got more modern games and old games, like Pac-Man and Mega Man are a couple of them. And then there's a bunch of games that are newer that I've never even heard of. But it's really cool. I really like it. Dungeons and Dragons, I think, was the first game they did. The first show. It's the first cartoon they did. What's this called? Secret Levels.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't really care for Secret Levels because like they're so short and they were clearly advertisements for something.
Yeah.
Well, it's if they continue what they've done is what I want to see.
It's also got like most of those anthology episodes have like the same art style, and that I kind of wish they were a little bit different from each other.
That's true. That some of them do seem very similar. I do like that they got some A-list stars to do some of the voice acting for the characters because Arnold Schwarzenegger fits perfectly as that character he voices.
Mm.
And Keanu Reeves, I mean, he's just good at everything.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything. I think if he ever did anything bad, we'd be all in shock, right?
Is there a more beloved AAA actor than Keanu Reeves in the history of Hollywood, Break? Because I can't think of any. Like I know Shirley Temple back in the day was pretty much universally loved and stuff like that, but is there any actor that you can think of, modern actor, that's more universally loved than Keanu Reeves? Not only for his humanitarian work, but just how cool he is in general and the movies that he makes. I can't think of not even one. Not one. I really like Keanu Reeves a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really think of anybody right now. I mean, because
Yeah.
everybody, like, I mean, maybe Tom Hanks.
Possibly. I'd rather. I think
Like,
I.
I'm trying to, like, the most famous celebrities. Like, I'm trying to think of, like, Tom Hanks, Beyonce.
Yeah, maybe. Although
Um,
she wasn't implicated in the Epstein files, but
no, no, but oh, it's kind of funny you bring up those Epstein files, and I after I mentioned Beyonce because it was found out in Epstein files. Remember how I talked about Diddy might be worse than Epstein? Epstein considered Diddy to be his number one rival.
what?
Yep,
Weird.
found that out in these new batch of Epstein releases. So,
Wow.
so apparently Epstein knew what was going on with Diddy, and he considered him his rival.
Huh.
Like there was a child raping rivalry thing going on.
Wow. Not cool. Not cool at all.
Yeah, nothing about any of that shit is cool.
No.
Just horrible. Anyway.
Yeah,
Okay,
makes sense. Religious Bite says. I agree. Okay. Let's see. We went the reviews. So, what are you giving Secret Levels Break?
It's up and down depending on what you do, which episode it is. Like I really did not get the Pac-Man episode one bit.
Oh, because it was an advertisement for Shadow Labyrinth. That's why.
Mm.
If you don't know what Shadow Labyrinth is, you're like, what's this have to do with Pac-Man?
Okay.
Adam Carmona's in chat. He says most loved celebrity Fatty Arbuckle. Oh, man.
Yeah, when you said that, I was trying to think of the old ones, and I'm like who are the really beloved ones? Like Frank Sinatra, maybe.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Orlando Bloom, because he is Orlando Bloom. Religious Bite says. Well, that doesn't count, man. Well, I guess it does, man. Orlando Bloom seems pretty cool. I don't, but he doesn't seem to be as a big as a humanitarian as Keanu Reeves. But all right, let's get you caught up
I've
here
seen things that suggest the opposite.
for Orlando Bloom or
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves.
Orlando.
Oh, well, I don't know. All right, now Stinko's break. We went through ours. And did you know Demond Wilson passed away? Break, better known as Lamont on Sanford and Son.
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I did not add that to my Stinkos. I didn't think about it at the time. I did add another celebrity's death to my Stinkos.
Catherine O'Hara.
The awesome, great, legendary Catherine O'Hara.
Yeah, yeah. Eric mentioned that one, but
I also mentioned the Japanese voice actor for Majin Buu.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
yeah,
Need to do something with them.
yeah.
Let me see here. Let's just in no particular order. You know how TikTok, there was a whole plan by Trump to save TikTok, which basically involved selling part of the company to one of his friends. The first action when his friend took over was to, ban what they considered like left-leaning stuff. Things like Epstein became impossible to search for.
What?
Yeah.
Ugh. Freak Five says there was a bat in our house yesterday. The cats and dog were excited about it. I bet they would be, man. Adam Carmona says, "Rip, you big dummy." Yeah, exactly, Adam.
for fun.
All right, what else you got, Break?
So yeah, I don't know if that one's been resolved or not because that one's from a couple weeks ago. I haven't seen anything else. Yeah, there's been another ice murder. Where I think I don't remember if Freddy died before or after our last episode.
Before. So this
Before,
is the
okay.
third one. Yeah.
Okay, so there's that one, and we're finding out there was some. Obviously, what was it like? I said 10 last count of how many people died in custody that we know of.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So, and there's been more because they stopped reporting. They just they're not reporting it at all. They're just locking these people in cages, and we just found out they haven't had health care since October.
Yeah. Regardless of what side of the aisle that you're on, like a lot of these people are not criminals that are in these detention centers.
Yeah, like
They were
2-year-old kids.
criminals. Even if these people were like monsters and the shit that they talked
No,
about,
I know,
they
but
still deserve fucking health care.
well, I mean, it's like what Break or not Break Freak was talking about in the Twitch chat. Even if you had a gun, do you deserve to die right away? You know, don't we have due process in this country where, if you had a gun illegally, you go to court, you get arrested or you get ticketed or most likely arrested, you go to jail, you get bonded out. That's usually how it works here, and then you have a
Let's just
court
about
date.
like Rittenhouse.
Yeah, yeah, and then you go to court, and then the court are supposed to decide whether or not you're guilty or not guilty, and if you're found guilty, then you deserve to go to jail. I mean that's supposed to. It's not. And by the way, when is the death penalty ever acceptable for carrying a weapon? That's my question. That's my whole
Especially in
question.
America when it's apparently our Second Amendment right to and we've argued about this many times, and like
Yeah,
I think the bastardization of a Second Amendment's a lot of our problem, but that's not here or there. It is part of the Second Amendment, and some states have adopted rules like, well, the state that's currently happening in, where those two people are murdered, that you can conceal and carry a gun.
Religious
He was,
Bites says you should not be killed for carrying. I agree.
I mean,
Religious
that's
Bites.
especially when it's your right to do that. Not
Yeah,
in a
yeah,
country where we have more guns than people, where these gun manufacturers have fought for the rights that they have.
yeah,
Despite the human life loss,
yeah.
it's suddenly we hear Republicans saying the exact opposite. Like, no guns. That's a bad thing.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not.
It's not most Republicans. I'm
Hold
just
on.
saying this.
It's
This
not.
is coming from people on the right.
Listen, Break. It's not. It's not Republican. It's the Republican politicians that are at fault for this shit.
I'm sorry, MAGA Republicans.
Yeah, the far right people that are crying.
This is the Trump coalition.
Yeah. Let's see.
Obviously, there are people that are definitely not going to go with it in any way.
Yeah, and I'm not good with it, Break, at
Yeah.
all. I'm not good with that at all. I talked about it earlier. Anna says I called my hubby A Quiet Place is the game. Okay, thank you, Anna. I have not played that one, but I did hear that there was some whispering in that because, the movie. Politics are so much more up my alley than video games, but I tried. It's all good, Anna. Citizens United must be overturned. I would agree with that. I think we all can agree on that. Yeah, Anna, you're right. But look, Break, on that point. I've been on record several times. I believe in the Constitution, and that includes the Second Amendment, right? We've talked about sensible things that we can do to prevent bad people from getting guns, and they all make sense to me, but totally disregarding someone's life because they have a gun, whether you're Republican or Democrat, I think we can all agree it's bullshit, right? I mean, that's what the Second Amendment is
was
for.
that the reason they killed him? Do we know for sure? Like they saw him, they saw that they had a gun, and that's why they killed him, even though it was at that point removed from his person.
They shot him in the back as well, Breakman. Which, I mean, the talking points after.
Shot him.
Yeah, the talking points after were crazy, man. I mean, they were saying that he was a terrorist. Nothing could have been further from the truth.
Yep.
He was a fucking ICU nurse. I
Mhm.
mean, come on, man. Like you don't even know anything about the guy, and then uh, and
And
then
of course, the right's done everything they can to smear both him and Renee Good.
yeah,
There was a video of him about a week earlier. Apparently, like he kicked the back rear light of a ice vehicle or something, and they attacked and beat him up then too.
uh, well,
Like,
that I don't think you should be destroying any property or kicking people or property or anything. So he should have been maybe arrested for that and then went
right?
to
That's not a beating type sentence. That's not
no.
a death sentence for
Mm-mm.
fuck's sake.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm. Adam
Hmm.
says there's a Socialist Rifle Association. Yeah, see? I mean, this is something I think we can all agree on, right? I mean, this is not, I don't know. Religious Bite says the gun looked like it fell out of his pocket. Someone yelled gun and all of them just opened up. I totally wrong, Religious Bites. I mean, just totally wrong. And in the back, I mean, what the fuck was he? I mean, they were all on top of the dude. I saw the
Yeah,
video. You guys saw the videos? I
yeah.
mean, are we
So
wrong?
that's what happens when I'm yelled gun and the others are like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah. And by the way, ICE is fucking cowardly. I
Yeah,
mean,
they
if you're
are.
gonna shoot somebody just because you see a gun, really? I mean, come on, man. I mean, this is getting ridiculous. I think we can all
It's past
agree.
ridiculous. They're going. We've caught them going to people's homes who have written bad things on like Facebook about Trump.
Well, you know what they're doing in Denver, Breakman? They're
What's that?
putting these cards on people's cars and trying to spread fear.
Oh,
And
the Aces
yes,
cards.
the
Yeah,
Ace
I
cards.
saw that.
And
Yeah.
if any of you out there listening think that it's untrue that it was just a Democrat talking point, it is not. I can 100% verify myself. I've seen the card. So, and I know where it was put, and I know I don't know by who exactly, but it was a masked person that looked an awful lot like an ICE agent, right? And I mean, it now there could be a rogue group around dressing like, which is in itself illegal, dressing up like any type
A
of
federal
government
agent.
agency, like an FBI or a DEA or even a cop or anything like that. So I'm not gonna
Even a
discount
mailman.
a mailman is right. I'm not going to discount the possibility, but I doubt it very seriously that it was, some, whatever. I think they panicked. They should not have pulled it. I agree. Religious bites, 100%.
There was no call for anything they did. He shouldn't have been on the ground in the first place.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
he did nothing to them. They just attacked him.
yeah. It was not called for. I mean, he didn't deserve to die. Breakman is the bottom line. All right, what else you got?
Okay. Next, let's see. Trump is still trying to litigate the 2020 election.
Ah,
To
well,
the point where he's actually sent the FBI in
yeah,
to Georgia and has them getting voter records with Tulsi Gabbard, whatever God's name she's there. But I
yeah.
mean,
Freak
I
Five
guess
said,
neither one of his
yeah,
lackeys there.
Freak Five says innocent until proven guilty. 100% Freak Five. All right. Yeah, I don't know what that fiasco was about, Breakman. I mean, whatever. I mean,
Yeah,
I
still
mean,
trying to change the results of that because he can't get over the fact he lost.
mm,
And I think at this point he's so like his mind is so gone he really believes he won 2020.
he's losing a lot of the right too. By the way, Breakman, he is
Especially
losing a
when he's
lot of the
saying
right.
no guns.
Yeah,
Like when he
yeah.
said that, like they're like, what the fuck? In this latest thing that he did, oh, a lot of people even on the right were upset.
And,
And the latest thing this is at the bottom of my list, but I'm going to go ahead and say it now. It's posting a blatantly racist meme for fuck's sake. Like, can we please stop all the he's not a racist arguments? I mean, if you don't think he's a racist, it's because you don't know you're a racist too.
yeah, well, or either you have the same thoughts.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You like the people who don't think he's a racist are because they're too ignorant to realize that they are also
Yeah.
racist.
Adam says the devil went down to Georgia. I mean,
Or,
It's Tulsi Gabbard the devil? I mean, that's kind of.
or they're just brain broken to the point
And
where
you know
they
what's
can't even
funny is
accept
Tulsi.
responsibility for their own bullshit.
You know what's funny is Tulsi Gabbard actually She had a lot, like before she became full on Trump associate. She had a lot of good things to say, and she just totally betrayed all of that, man. It was very
Yeah.
very disappointing. All right,
She's got a 100% turnover rate with her staff.
yeah, it's pretty bad,
Like
man.
apparently she's getting crazier and crazier.
Ugh, they're all getting crazy, man. I mean, fuck,
Yeah.
man. All right, what else you got?
I mean, some of the things we've seen, like Scott Bassett arguing, for God's sakes.
Oh my God, Don't get me started on Scott Besant, man. For those who don't know, Scott Besant is a gay man married to his husband. He has kids, and he lives in South Carolina. And South Carolina uh, amended their constitution to not include gay people. So I don't know how that works for you, Scott Besant. It's really weird. All right, keep going.
Next
Drake.
we have, let me see here. Oh, Trump wants to do something with the housing prices. You know, we've talked about how homeless people and one of the biggest obstacles to homelessness is the price of housing.
Yes.
So, you know, what would Trump do though to counteract that? Obviously, he wants to raise housing prices
Of course. Why not, man?
because he thinks anybody who doesn't just if they don't own a home, they are just not working hard enough. According to
Yeah.
him, that's what
Yeah.
his words.
Adam, I
Uh,
agree. I agree. She's out there, man. She's he says she's in a Hare Krishna offshoot cult. I'm beginning to believe that. I thought that was conspiracy shit at first, Adam, but I'm beginning to think more and more that yeah, it might be true. You know, where there's smoke, there's fire. All right, continue, Breakman.
Oh, here's one you and me were dead right about, and we talked about the Melania documentary, and we both
Yes,
said we
yes.
thought it was going to be a hit, and it's the biggest documentary in 19 fucking years.
What do you mean, the biggest flop or?
Release, no, biggest release.
Oh yeah, but it flopped. It
No,
flopped
it
big time.
didn't. It's a hit.
Oh no. Oh no no no
No,
no.
by movie standards, it doesn't. It's going by documentary standards. It's the biggest documentary release in 19 years.
Breakman. They put a marketing budget. Amazon put a marketing budget of $75 million. You know how much it made?
That's Amazon's problem.
I know, but you know how much it brought in? $9 million worldwide.
Right, and
First
that
weekend.
was on a $4 million budget.
Oh no no
But
no
I
no.
think Brink's saying
No,
documentaries.
you gotta
Maybe
count.
far less.
Breakman, you have to count the marketing budget with that too. It's an absolute abject failure. If it had done it on its own without that 75 million Amazon backing, it would have. If it would have done it on its own, it would have been a big hit. But absolutely not. They paid Melania $25 million for that movie, Breakman. 25.
Okay, so I'm googling it, and it says Melania movie has been described as both a box office hit and a flop.
Yep. Yep.
It's got a 99% critic rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Ugh. So overall, the performance is subjective. Jesus.
This is
okay,
interesting. Religious Bite says I'm currently lobbying state legislator over a Fourth Amendment violation. They passed a law that you have to get your license scanned for any tobacco or alcohol. Scanned into where? The law is to stop the sale of alcohol to drunk drivers. What's that got to do with me? Is my attitude. I don't want my license in all these. I agree with you, Religious Bites, and they do the same thing here in Colorado for weed purchases. Where is that information going? You should probably look in. I might help you with that, Religious Bites, because I agree with you wholeheartedly, and I think you should look into the laws in Colorado, and it might help you in your endeavor. Fabdriz says 40 million. It didn't make no 40 million, Fabdriz. Was that worldwide, maybe? Hold on, I'll look it up here.
Okay, so depending on how you look at it, we're both right. This is
Yeah,
the
we're
most
both
bizarre
right.
thing you've ever seen.
We're both
I
right.
don't know how this is fucking bizarre.
Yeah, we're both right. So worldwide, it's made 11 million now. The updated numbers, it's 11. Internationally, check this out. It's made $161,000. That's it. Internationally.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, so fuck her. So we can say we were right and wrong on that one then. Next, I'm going to move on to the outside of what's been going on with Washington. half the country has been frozen fucking over for like 2 weeks now.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I've
for
been,
us, we're
I,
not even expecting to get out of it until like this coming week.
and you know what's funny, Breakman? Here in Denver, where people think that we're always in 6 feet of snow, it's been like
Yeah.
65, sunny, nice. I mean, totally highly unusual for this time of year. Just today, it was 22 degrees warmer than the normal high.
Wow,
Really
that's
weird.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What
I
else you
mean,
got?
of course, now we have people arguing like Trump himself, like, "Oh, where's that global warming at?" And I'm like, "God damn it, you fucking
Stop
moron!"
with that shit, man. I mean, just look
No,
at the science. That's it. Don't
yeah.
listen to
Look,
anybody
what
political,
it
right or
means is
left.
that what it means with the planet getting warmer is that we're going to have more severe weather. So that
Hmm.
means that it
Global
doesn't mean we're
warming
going to
is
stop having blizzards. It means we're going to have worse blizzards.
Yeah. What were you saying,
global
Eric?
global warming is just a byproduct of climate
Yeah.
change.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
And
But you
when
can't
people
explain
when
that to
people think
more.
of global warming,
It's
they're
it,
actually thinking of
I don't
climate change.
understand why people think that's a huge political talking point, because it isn't. This should be something we're all concerned with, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't know.
the right wing media has convinced the lower intelligent people that people like Greta Thunberg are this big threat to them and such like that. That she's just this
Why?
moronic kid who doesn't know anything, and that you should trust the billionaires and not the scientists. And that
Why do we
those
trust
scientists
billionaires?
told us that we were going to be living underwater by 2020, and we're not. No,
Yeah,
they did not say that.
that's not what they said, but yeah, I know what you're saying, Break. What else you got, man?
Okay, next, Stinko.
Hell, it's more likely that all the bacteria that's being kept in that ice is going to kill us
Yeah,
first.
that's true. That is true. That's why you can't drink glacial water, Eric, because there's a lot of things that can make you sick. Oh, Melania was paid 40 million, Fabris.
Oh, not just bacteria, gases too.
I heard 25 million, Fabris, but it could have been 40 million. I don't
It's
know.
all scam just to pay her.
Perhaps
Yeah.
even radiation.
Yeah. All right, what else you got, Break?
Oh, I didn't put it on here, but Trump's suing, us. He's suing the American government for $10 billion.
Oh no, he settled. I don't know what the number was,
Oh,
but
they
he
settled.
settled.
It happened
Yeah.
today? I didn't hear
Yeah,
that.
yeah, they settled. So, yeah, we got ripped off for however much money they paid. Probably $1 billion, I'm guessing, Breakman, that they settled for.
I fucking hate this country.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you,
This
man.
is the stupidest fucking country I've ever lived
I don't
in.
hate this country. I just hate the fucking political climate, man.
Yeah.
All right, what else you got, Break?
Okay, let me see here. There were a bunch of Epstein files that were released, apparently for the purpose of damaging the victims, including releasing naked pictures of the little girls. They left like some of their names out there, barely redacted them and information. So they've been pulling these files back now, but like they've had these files for years. There's no fucking excuse for this other than them doing it on purpose to hurt women.
Yeah. Anna, for me, it's a disrespect for us Canadians that we didn't deserve. We won't forget that. He likes Putin more than our prime. Here's the thing, Anna. Let's separate everything here, okay? I can't stand the politicians of this country. None of them. I don't care who they are, whether it's Bernie Sanders, who's you put it very succinctly when we talked about this, Anna. Bernie Sanders is like middle of the road. We should be thinking more progressively towards people, more so than even Bernie Sanders, right? And I'm not saying you have to be a far leftist, extremist,
Well,
lefty. I'm just thinking that we should start thinking about people more than politicians,
well,
more than corporations,
right.
and more than the oligarchs in this country. That's my
Look,
stance.
the problem is the left is ran by the probably most conservative person in Washington right now.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, is there anybody more conservative than Schumer?
Yeah. Oh God, man. Dude, look. I've said it before, Breakman. The politicians want everybody. I know you're. I don't mean you, religious bites. I know you said you're in the middle of politics, and that's the correct way of being. That's kind of how I am. I want to
But
hear.
when but the people who say they're centrists really aren't.
Yeah. I mean, I guarantee that all of us, right?
Oh,
I know.
Johnny Lupe's
Hold on,
here.
Eric. I know Anna leans left. I don't. I'm not a centrist. I don't like being centrist because we've seen how far right stuff is working for us now. I can't imagine what far left shit would do. I want, and I don't want to be in the middle though. I want to be for the people. I want a government for the people, right? I don't want a government that's either for the right or the left. I want a government that's for all people. And we don't get that. You know what we get? We get a government that cares about their pockets. And I'm talking about just the politicians, not the American people's pocket. Because when Trump came out with his big, beautiful bill, if you don't believe me, just look at it, right? Look at the big, beautiful bill. Tell me where the tax cuts went. They all, and I'm not talking about the sunsetting ones, right? Because there were a few little tiny concessions for middle class Americans, which there's not much of a middle class anymore, right? The almost all of the permanent, a matter of fact, all of the permanent tax cuts went to the very wealthy. Period.
And it's crazy to me that they've convinced people that this is for everyone's benefit.
It's not. It's not.
But the Republican media has convinced people that it is. The Republican politicians have convinced their voters that we give tax breaks to the billionaires and they'll hire more people.
Yeah.
That's not what happens.
Yeah.
Bezos has just fired a bunch of people, and he's about to fire a bunch more people from the post.
Hey, Anna, I want
huge tax break.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I know. It gets me heated too, Breakman. Anna, I want to make something very clear. The American people as a whole love the Canadian people, right? And I think that, and also to our neighbors to the south, the Mexican people, I think we all love collectively and I know Canada's people love the Mexican people. Do you see kind of a trend here? We all love each other as people. But when you get into politics, the politics is what divides, right? That's what really pisses me off. I'm not upset with the American people for wanting change in this country, right? I'm upset at the American people for supporting a racist piece of shit like Trump. And if you don't believe me, and I'm not a Republican or a Democrat, but I knew who Trump was when he put out a full-page ad in the New York Times calling for the execution of the Central Park Five, which in itself is racist, right? And still to this day thinks that they all should be executed because he feels that they did something. Now we're talking about thought crimes. And as a First Amendment guy and as a guy who believes in the Constitution, I don't believe in thought crimes. Okay? Just because somebody thinks of something does not mean that they actually did something. All right? So, bullshit on that and fuck it, is what I'm going to say. What's up, Keeper? Nice to have you here. All right, what else you got, Break?
Okay, next we have the young people. Apparently, they were deporting people for being pro-Palestine.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I don't know what else to say. It's just gotten fucking bonkers.
Hey, Freak5, if you're saying anything in the Twitch chat, I apologize. My chat's not working on my phone here.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, Break.
I was going to say, to avoid some of the prosecution and some of the laws that they're trying to enforce in Minneapolis, they have been abducting people and immediately shipping them to Texas.
Not good. Not good.
And of course, Texas is going to cooperate all they can.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Look at who is in chat in the
Except
Twitch
I
chat.
do have one other thing. I do see that. I was reading what he was saying.
Wyland. Wyland's in Twitch chat. What's up, Wyland? Nice to have you.
He missed the wrestling game. He would have fun with that, I think.
Oh, you would have had tons of fun. We did a whole game night with the wrestling motif, Wyland. You were in it. You didn't win, but you were in it.
That's my fault, probably.
Anna says, I know, I adore most American people. The Mexican leader is a great woman. You're talking about Scheinbaum. She really is. I hope she makes some inroads with the cartels there and, makes things better for everybody, Anna. All right, what else you got?
God, I hope Trump doesn't go down there.
No, I hope not either, man. He's talking about invading Mexico, which is...
Yeah.
It's batshit crazy.
Right now, he seems focused on Iran, so it seems like right now he's kind of distracted from that, but he will go back to mention.
By the way, I thought you were supposed to go to Congress if you wanted to declare war on somebody. I lost. Wyland says shenanigans. Yeah, I agree. Wyland. I agree. Okay, only Bernie for me.
I think my
Keeper
20-side die was rigged. I'm sorry.
it was rigged, man. Every time Break would roll. What did you roll? Like a 4, like 10 times in a row or some shit, man. It's weird. Keeper. Speaking of Bernie, we gotta move along here because I really gotta get a move on. What do you got else? Break on Stinkos.
One last thing on the stays, of course, with ICE. They're currently with that BBB bill that gave them a lot of funding. They're currently building or working on building several more internment camps.
Yeah, I know. It's a sad thing. I never thought we'd have internment camps while I was alive, but here we are.
Me either.
Here we are. Here we are.
I thought we'd learned at least from fucking as recent as World War II. I thought we'd learned.
Yeah,
this.
the Japanese internment camps. We didn't learn our lesson then. I guess it's just it's shameful. It really is shameful, and history will look at it as shameful too. I do believe, Break. Religious Bite says that's why the police act. What were you trying to say there? Religious Bites. I don't quite understand your your. Anna says if Japan calls in the debt, the U.S. is in big trouble. Anna, they will never do that. I am 100%. I saw a video, and China, Japan, Europe owns trillions of debt with the United States, but they know better not to do that. They will never do that. Trust me on this. They won't do it because it'll cause mass panic the globe worldwide, and it would not be good for any of the globe.
They threatened to do it earlier within his term. That was one of the things that stopped him from one of the moves he was going to do.
Yep. Freak 5 says, Frank, you don't you mean again in your lifetime? God, you're exiled, you son of a bitch. They stopped by for the passing through. Thank you, Sandra. Really appreciate that for sure. 100%. Thank you, Sandra.
Not just once, but he's survived the fall of Rome, World War II. World
you
War
son
I.
of a bitch! You're exiled too, Break man. God damn it! All right, is that all your stinkos?
Yeah, that's all I was thinking.
All right, do you have any sweetos?
I do have one sweeto. Donald Trump in his mental decline forgot the word
Alzheimer's. Oh man. And then Eric did his already, right? With Dragon Ball, Eric?
Mm-hmm.
Mine is Bernie got yet another promotion. So now, check this out, y'all. She's an executive, which, how does that pertain to RPGrinders and the MLH channel and all that? It does, because I have been tasked with basically being her assistant and basically being her assistant and chauffeur. So there will be some weeks that I cannot do Grinders or the main channel or anything like that. So, MLH just called Bernie a cap. I'm not going to do that. I have to be her chauffeur, man. Ooh, does she have to wear a tie? Keeper says. No, she does not have to wear a tie. But she can wear
anything.
She can wear, yeah, she can just go nude if she wants, man. I mean, fuck. I mean, no. So I will have to make arrangement. I'm going to try to be here for every show. You guys know that. But, and I am going to take, how dare you, Freak 5? You're exiled again, you son of a bitch. Less Frank on this show. How dare you? No, but I'm going to take my computer and my mic with me, whether we're up in Wyoming or Arizona, whatever. We'll be flying different places at various times. And, I mean, if I have Wi-Fi, we'll have a show. If we don't, then Eric and Break will probably record in RPGrinders and get it out to you guys at some point. So there you go. All right, let's move on to, we got a driver's seat to do. I'm not going to play you know what? In honor of, I'm going to do this again, Breakman. In honor of Demond, Lamont, you big dummy, I'm going to play the Sanford intro for,
I like that
and another reason is I get demonetized every time I play the driver's seat song, man. So here we go. All right, it's driver's seat time. Eric, it's Eric's turn to do the driver's seat. You have a very interesting question for us, Eric. What is your question for all of us here?
So my question is, what are some of the bad habits you see from gamers that you wish they wouldn't do and get over?
I wished Freak Five would stop playing video games altogether. And no, I'm just kidding. Yeah. No, that's a good question, Eric. Break, you want to go first?
Okay, say that question again.
Yeah, say it again.
What are some bad habits you see gamers do that you wish they wouldn't?
Bad habits they do.
Everybody in the Twitch chat is exiled.
Like,
you son of a bitch.
it's like it could be like critique or just like other certain behaviors that piss you off.
Oh, well, I could think of online behavior. Like, there's so many fucking racists. I don't. It's one of the reasons I didn't think Kamala ever had a chance, really, because there's just so many fucking racists in this country.
You're talking about? Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, and gamers especially, like, it seems to be a part of our community, just a large chunk of just fucking racists.
Yeah. You know, that's something that I was gonna say as well, Breakman. Talking about bad gaming habits. I remember when Halo came out. You know, that was like the big thing, right? And part of the reason that anyone that kills me, religious spite saying, just saying, I part of the reason that I stopped playing video games for a short time was because of the online hate with Halo. And it very specifically, it was kids, like young kids, like I'm
Yeah.
talking anywhere between 9 and
And
16.
it wasn't just the Halo; it was basically any online game.
No,
I mean,
but
Call of Duty, especially when that came out, it just.
yeah, but
Oh,
I'm just talking about my experience and why I
okay.
stopped
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
and why I
I'm just saying
stopped.
that it was
No, no, it's okay.
because I played all those online games. It
Right.
didn't matter what game you were in. There was always some fucking racist kid.
So when I and I got really frustrated because obviously I wasn't ever any good at first person shooters other than like campaign setting games. I could eventually get my way through a Halo or a Call of Duty or something like that. But the problem was online. And that's what really turned me off of online gaming. I just stopped playing any online game and because of the racism. It wasn't that I couldn't handle it. I mean, I'm I'm a Mexican, so I listened to this shit growing up. It didn't. I mean, I let it roll off my shoulders because it was just common practice, right? Like you just grew up knowing, or at least I did, and I can't imagine how it was for somebody like Freak Five, um, or any black people for that matter. I mean, it had to have been way worse, but I can just speak to my own experience, and I just learned to let that type of shit roll off of my shoulders, right? But when I got to be an adult and I got into like online gaming and stuff, like that's the shit that really turned me off. That's
Right.
the shit that made me think that I don't like online gaming at all. And to this day, I don't play online games, and that's one of the main reasons. If you go, even to this day, I've seen people play games online to this day. And yeah, it's gotten a little bit better because of filters and, the way Xbox handles things and PlayStation, etc. But it's still pretty bad. It's a cesspool. And
Yeah.
I don't like that. When I want to play a game, I don't want to be berated. I dealt with that growing up, right? I don't need it anymore. I'm an adult. When I play video games, I want to escape from reality. I don't I don't need to be put right back into that place where people were hateful. I mean,
Mm.
I want to be the one taking out a little bit of aggression on fake characters in video games. I just don't need that shit. So for me, I agree with you 100%, Breakman. My answer to your question, Eric, is the racist tropes that people use while online gaming. And it's really easy because it's like the keyboard warrior thing online, right? When you make a comment, nobody really knows who you are. I'm sure they could track you down or whatever, but why bother? You know, um, it just gives people a free license to either A, be assholes, or B, be who they really are. And that's why I hate online gaming. I don't like it, and I won't do it anymore. Even to just turn off the because what I mean, there's nothing exciting about online gaming if you turn off. I mean, and you can't hear what other people are saying. What is the real point of that? You know what I mean? So I just stopped. I just stopped, and that was the main reason why. That's a habit that I, you know, from a gamer's perspective, Eric, that's my thing as well. And Breakman, I think you hit the nail on the head, man. It's one of the reasons why I think gaming takes a big hit. Anna says it's kind of scary, to be honest.
I mean,
I
there's a reason
agree,
I
it
stopped
is.
using the microphone for the most part. Like I used to have a microphone on all the time, but it was like, "You little N-word, you motherfucker, son of a bitch, cunt!" Like, what did the? How old are you? What did you just say to me? What?
Yep.
Uh, where are your parents at?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god! And I've read stories about that. Like, or no, oh, that's what it was. It was a podcast by I think it was Major Nelson. He was interviewing one of the Xbox lead, Xbox Live lead, and he was talking about some of the things he would hear kids say, and he would ban them, and then the parents would come in and argue and fight with them, trying to get the kids' accounts back.
Yeah. Yeah. Anna says like Roblox. My son is 12. Yeah, Anna, you got to be very diligent.
My parents don't, or my sister's doesn't let their kids play Roblox at all because
Yeah.
of the predatory nonsense going on with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unfortunately, that can happen in any game, really. Just it's Roblox gears towards kids, so predators are going to gear towards that. It's just
Yeah. I mean, it just. I mean, that is a big time thing. That
Well, it's not just like playing a co-op game. Some predators come online. It's their manipulation when it comes to like giving them money and stuff like that.
ugh, God. No, I was just saying like it's going to draw that kind of thing just because that's and knowing that that's where kids go. Like the predators are going to go there
yeah,
too.
yeah. We don't either. Anna says,
But
yeah,
but for my part of the conversation, I wasn't talking so much about online behaviors, but like behaviors I've seen of people online when it comes to critiquing of video games. Like I saw someone in a Discord channel complaining about how they miss linear gaming from the aughts and how RPGs have too much narrative and how it all started with Metal Gear Solid 4 and like I played video games for story, but like I feel like there's a big split between gamers, and I think there's unfortunately too many on one side, and that's the divide versus ludotology and then narratology. Narratology is more about story, and I play RPGs for the story. If you're complaining about RPG being too long and not having enough gameplay, like why do you even here? Go back and play Donkey Kong or something.
yeah. That's a great point, Eric, for sure. I mean, people that complain that
And,
games are
and they complain like if I wanted to like get a novel's worth of narrative, I'd read a book. But these are the type of people that probably typically don't read books anyway.
yeah. That's a good point. Here's a throwback. Bobby Blackwolf used to say it all the time. Gamers hate everything, and
No, it's just the gamers don't know what they want, and
I know,
they
Eric.
think they know what they want, and
Eric,
then
if
they
you
complain when they don't get what it.
You
they
should,
think they want.
Eric. You should really let me finish my point before you interrupt. I know what you're saying, Eric, but what I was saying is gamers hate everything, and it's not exactly true, right? We all love certain things about video games, otherwise we wouldn't be playing them. But it seems like the complaints ratchet up over all the most menial, trivial things, like a game being too long. Ooh, a fun video game that's too long or too repetitive. Oh, or here's another one, Eric. A sequel to a game that just does the same thing that great first game did. If it ain't
Yeah, if you
broke,
wanted, if you sorry,
if
but
it
if you wanted something new, then why you complain when it's new? And if you wanted the old thing again, just play the old thing.
everybody in Twitch chat is exiled again, you fuckers. um, um, you know, so that argument, you remember, Eric, a long time ago. We've been doing this show forever, it seems. And Breakman, I think you were there too at the time when we were talking about Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2. The biggest criticism of Digital Devil Saga 2 was the fact that it was too much like the first game. And I was like, well, first of all, it came out, what, roughly, I think it actually came out, what, less than a year than the first one? So with
Well,
that,
that's because it was originally supposed to be one big game.
yeah,
They
that's what
couldn't
I'm
do that,
saying.
so
It
they
was,
split it into two.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So first of all, that says to me that they had too much content to put on one disc, so they made it a two game thing. And of course, it's going to be a lot of the same.
That's what they did with the first Trails of the Sky
Yeah,
game. They
and
split it into two.
it was a great game. I mean, I wish they would come out with that one. They came out with Nocturne for the PS4, and I was
I
ecstatic.
think it's going to happen eventually.
I hope
I think
so.
they want to get through Rhino first.
Yeah, Ryo. Yeah, I got that one too, and I think I bought it on the Switch, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
I'm pretty sure we're going to see a Rhino 2 announcement at the
Yeah.
next Direct.
I would love to see a Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2 announcement. That would be great. But all right, any other thoughts, Breakman, on the question?
Like I can think of things that used to annoy me when I'd go play on online games. Like at first, like when I first started playing, I'd hate like the campers and I'd hate the people that just jump and stuff like that. So I learned to do what they did, and it's once I learned how they played and such like that, it didn't become much of a problem.
Breakman is double exiled, by the way. Son of a bitch.
I was kind of freak. I watched a movie called Crack-Coon this week. It was horrible but entertaining.
But back to my people that were complaining about the length of games. Like, they're also complaining about. I also see people that complain about. Damn, now I lost my train of thought. Damn it. Oh,
Yeah. All right, guys. I think we should wrap things up because I do have to go get Bernie here in a few. But we've got lots to say and lots to talk about, and we'll see you guys next week for sure. All right, let's do our plugs.
I'm too tired, I guess, to process brain.
I know, it's all good, man. Breakman, your plug, sir.
Oh, what is this? GOG has announced to launch Final Fantasy 9, 8, and Final Fantasy 3 for remake. I'm just reading today's news. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You already talked about that. I'm going to go check.
Yeah, they're all on GOG now.
Awesome. I like hearing that. Okay, anyway, so you can follow me at the Breakman on Blue Sky, where I'm probably bitching about Trump. Yeah, that's probably about it.
All right. Eric.
You can find my written reviews on BostonBashBrigade.com. That's all old stuff. But if you want the new stuff, you got to go to the RSS feed podcast. That's RPGrinders.podbean.com. And if you like either of those things and you want to support me and you want to try to convince me to start writing again, maybe I'll be incentivized if you can give me as little as $1 per month.
Yeah.
And it'll also help me, potentially get at least one game a month if I can get enough subscribers.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Make sure you help out Eric a little bit, man. He works really hard to do. He put up 3 reviews on the feed, so make sure you check those out and support Eric on Blue Sky. He, like he said, his Patreon's on there. If he could get a little bit of support, he could probably put out more reviews for us, which would be awesome.
The handle is at Eric RPG at Blue Sky or Mastodon.
At Eric RPG on Blue Sky and Mastodon. Okay. You could catch me tomorrow on the MLH comment show where there were some spicy comments. Anna, don't miss tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be fun. What else? And that's about it. Check out the MLH channel, Mexican Longhair channel. Always interesting stuff there. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And that's all I got, gentlemen. Great show. All right. That's all we got. Gentlemen, anything else before we leave with the Sanford and Son intro or outro on the way out.
Then I won't interrupt. I'm just going to talk now. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, Breakfan. You might as well, you son of a bitch. All right, that's all we got. We'll see you guys next week. Take care, everybody.
You big dummy.
You big
You
dummy.
big dummies.
You big dummy, Lamont. We'll see y'all
I'm
next
coming,
week.
Elizabeth. I'm
I'm
coming.
coming, Elizabeth. All right, everybody. See you next week.
Got full harmony to harmonize.
No. Break is the all-time worst harmonica player all right, Twitch. Hey, Wyland and Freak, I really appreciate you guys over on Twitch. You guys rock. Hopefully I'll get these computer issues. I know what the problem is. I'll just re-index the Spotlight and I'll be good to go. It's basically the search engine on Mac, and I had this problem before. I fixed it, and then a couple weeks later it's doing it again. So, but anyways, that'll be it for Twitch. See